Today I'm going to break down for you the SMMA strategy that I have personally used to scale my agency to $50,000 per month. And this is a strategy that none of my friends that run agencies at a high level are using. You see, most people to get SMMA clients are either one, relying on referrals from their current clients, which is very powerful, but it's very slow, ineffective, and you don't have control over the number of referrals that you receive. Two, they're running ads to get clients, which in my opinion is just vastly ineffective. To successfully run Facebook or any form of ads to get clients, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money, typically between at least $500 to about $1,000 to secure just one client. So look, if you're charging, $5K a month to your clients, that could make sense. But for my agency, we do not charge that amount. We charge a lower ticket price, so we have to be more aware of how cost effective that outreach strategy is going to be. Or three, they are doing cold outreach. Now, I do cold outreach, but here's the difference. So instead of finding businesses on platforms like, let's say, Instagram and LinkedIn, and messaging them back and forth and then pitching them a free call, here's what I do and here's why I do it. So firstly, we do not pitch a free call, right? Think about it. Business owners are smart. This tactic definitely worked a few years ago, but most business owners know that a free call is a fancy word for a sales call, and nobody wants to be sold anything, right? I don't want to be sold anything, neither do you. So if you're a business owner, you're now aware that this is the tactic that most agencies, softwares, and coaches are going to use to try and get your money. You're naturally going to be very inclined to not book the free call, even if you like the person and even if you think you're going to get some value, because you kind of know deep down you're going to get sold something. So instead, what we do in my agency and what we've done for the past few years that has allowed us to scale to this 50K per month mark when other agencies struggled to even get to the 10, 20 or 30K per month mark is that we do not pitch the free call. Instead, we pitch them something of value for free that doesn't take a lot of their time. So is pitching a free call valuable for the business owner? Of course, it can be incredibly valuable. But again, the problem is that most business owners know that this is a fancy word for a sales call. Plus, when they book a call, they know that the call is probably going to be 30 minutes at a minimum. That's a big commitment. Right, you have to remember that they don't really know you that well. You just reached out to them, and to convince them to book in that 30-minute call, it's a very, very big commitment. So instead of pitching a free call, we offer them a free case study. It could be a free PDF, it could be a free report, it could be a free cheat sheet. I don't want you to get caught up on the exact thing that we offer. Just know that it is one, free, and two, very easy for them to say yes to it because they know it won't take much of their time and we're not going to be able to sell them something directly through that asset. So if we give them a free PDF, right, or a free case study or a free report, they know just by the word case study, PDF, report that they could very easily just open it, have a quick look, have a glance, see if anything in there catches their attention, and then move on with their day if they want, right? They haven't wasted any time. So for them to say yes to that versus a free call, they will always say yes to that versus a free call, in my experience. Now, of course, some business owners are still going to say no, right? But when you compare the two, let's say you have 100 people, you have 100 people that you pitch the call to, and you have 100 people that you pitch a free case study or a free asset to. And the asset or the case study is going to be really valuable for their specific industry, and it's going to help them with a result they want to get. Okay, if it's just something random, of course it's not going to work, right? It has to be actually valuable for them. Well, I can almost guarantee you that you will probably get about double the amount of people saying yes to the case study or the report versus the call. And that's being conservative. We've had cases where it's been as high as 50%. So 50% of people say yes to the case study versus if we pitch them the call, it could only be maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 people. So that's a massive benefit right there. It's that we get more people into our funnel. We get more people to get value from us. And the more people that get value from us, the more likely now we are to convert them to book a call, but also to be able to convert them once they're on a call. And this brings me on to a whole other point. If you reach out to John on a Monday and John books in a call with you on a Tuesday and the call is for Thursday, by the time you're on the call with him on Thursday, he's only known you for a couple of days. So for him to make a buying decision, right, to pay you, let's say $1,000 per month for the next 3 months, that's $3,000. That's a very, very big commitment for someone he only heard of on Monday. Now, yes, you can do that, right? I've done that many times. But what if John got a free case study from us first? before he booked the call. And he got so much value from the case study, and he learned so much, and he saw how good we are at what we do, that then he booked the call. Well, even though it's only 2, 3, or 4 days between him getting the case study on Monday and him booking the call for Thursday, he's gotten a lot more from us. So he knows more about us, he trusts us more, he's seen more results, and we're in such a better position to close him as a client. So with this strategy, what you're going to experience if you do this correctly, right? This is a huge caveat. You will book more calls with the same amount of messages that you send, or the same amount of cold emails, and you will have more qualified prospects booking calls because they have seen more from you, they've gotten more value from you before they hop on the call. So you have a better conversion rate from message to booked call, and now your close rate on your calls should go up as well. Now, the reason many people don't do this is because there's more work involved, right? You have to build out this case study or this asset, and if you don't know what you're doing, you'll do this in such a horribly wrong way that it just won't work. I've seen people try this where they don't get help, right? They just think, I'll just try and do it myself, and they build a case study, and the business owner gets the case study, but the case study is just bad, right? It's not impressive, it's not valuable, and it's not solving any problem for them. So naturally that business owner doesn't book the call, and the person is left wondering, oh my god, this strategy doesn't work. Trust me, this does work. We have run this for well over 2 years. So to give you some context on how you can make this good, I'm gonna share with you exactly what we do with my students to help them implement this and to get more calls and more clients. So firstly, we're going to help you craft your free asset. Okay, it has to make sense for your niche and for the service you are offering. So we're going to craft that with you, and we're going to craft the outreach messages that you send so that the message and this asset are linked. They make sense and they go together. So it's easy to transition from a conversation to pitching this free asset. Again, many people do that so horribly wrong. Second, we're going to build out the asset with you. Okay, we're going to give you a template. We're going to show you multiple of these assets that I have either personally used or students have used in my program that I've built out for them. So now you're basically copying a winning formula that already has worked for me and for other people, and we just adapt that to your niche, to your industry, and to what you offer. We're also going to help you implement a follow-up system so that with all these people that are saying yes to the free case study or the free asset, that we have a very predictable way of getting them to book the calls, so that your case study is powerful enough to convince them to book a call if they're ready right there and then, but also to collect data from them, such as an email or a phone number, in exchange for the case study, so we can then follow up with them in many different places. It works phenomenally well. You've seen the results that I talk about with my agency. It is the #1 strategy that we have used to get to that 50K per month mark. Yes, we have gotten clients from referrals. Yes, we have gotten clients organically, where they just found us and came inbound, but the vast majority of the clients that we have signed, and we've signed over 300 clients in our agency, have come from this strategy. It's also very easy to automate. You don't need appointment setters to scale up your outreach using this method. You can use very basic scripts with virtual assistants, so it's very, very profitable as well. If you want to learn more about this, you can go down below and you can choose to join my program right away, or you can choose to book in a quick call with myself or one of my team members where we will see if you're a good fit. And it's not a sales call. It's not a 30-minute discovery call either. It's literally a 10-minute call where you come on, you ask us questions, we give you some value, and we see from there. So there you go, guys. Wanted to share that with you. Again, I don't really see anybody mentioning this type of strategy, and most people who try and do this themselves really do it horribly wrong. Implement this, get results, and I will see you soon.